Few Faces saying, do you see another revolution happening in Iran every time soon, considering majority of the country aren't Muslims anymore and are upset with the government?
No, I don't see it happening anytime soon. If it that does, I'm not saying it's impossible or anything. Okay, here's the thing. I think it's very unlikely, but unlikely things happen all the time, right? There are many events in history that if you had predicted them, you're insane. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, like if even though they did happen and people think you're a genius because you predicted them. No, if you, based on the information that is available, if you predicted something, so many events in history, even though they did become true, you're an insane person for thinking that that was that high possibility, right? So there are, like, when it comes to a revolution or something like that, sometimes just everything aligns perfectly for something to erupt without anybody seeing it coming. Is it possible for that to happen? Yes, it is possible for that to happen. So when I say it's very unlikely for that to happen, that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, okay? Because I know a lot of people don't know how probabilities and numbers work. So if I say something is unlikely and then it happens, they come like, oh, Armin, you were wrong. I like, didn't say it's not going to happen. All right. Let's should do one more question. Oh,
Make it juicy.
well, let's make one comment and then one question. Bobo saying, okay, I checked. Iran has higher rates of road accidents. Apparently, India has the highest number of deaths from road accidents. Iranian law was amended recently, so it's better now.
Interesting.
I want to, yeah. So, see, Bobo, I was right. But anyways, no, actually, I was, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was right by accident. I had no idea these numbers, okay? I just know there's a whole bunch of videos of traffic in India on YouTube, and that's not a good way to come up with conclusions. Okay, sometimes I joke around, but Bulbul actually did the research, so that's the better way to come up with conclusions than me just
Bubble is
like.
very smart.
Bulbul is very smart. One more question.
Make it a good one, guys. I see some questions coming in, but they haven't tickled my fancy yet.
Tickle your fancy.
Someone needs to.
No data proving it for now. I don't know what this is referring it to.
No, because this guy is saying that atheism is fake.
Oh, okay, that's funny. Atheism is fake, so there's no atheist then. They're just like, it doesn't even exist. It's like, is it wrong? No, it's not wrong. It's just fake. It's just like, it's a conspiracy.
And we know a conspiracy by who?
Wait, Matthew asked a question. Where is your question? Oh, here. Okay, let's do Matthew. Matthew has been a good boy. Oh, okay. This is actually my kind of question that I'd like to answer. Matthew's saying, what do you think about the whole Becca and Petra aspect to Islam and the old mosque being pointed to Petra? I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's not 100% proven, okay? But it's not as ridiculous as some people suggest that it is. You can't believe it, but you can't throw it out, right? It has been taken seriously enough by enough, not a lot, but by enough scholars to be. It's not like this claim is not just like random bloggers or YouTubers coming up with conspiracy theories, okay? Again, just because I say like you cannot dismiss it, that doesn't mean it's true, okay? Also, it's easier to claim. So the whole idea of Mecca not being where Muhammad was, not where Islam came from, and it's alleging that it's Petra, okay? That is a harder claim to make than the people that are, okay, for a longer time, people have been saying it's not Mecca and it's somewhere much norther, much more to the north, right? Norfair is not a word. So that claim is easier to believe because it takes less for you to prove that, right? So there's different levels, okay? The different first claim is the Islamic claim. Muhammad was born in Mecca, and Islam came out of the Hijaz, Arabia. Okay, it's very, very unlikely for that to be true now. Okay, that the whole idea. I'm not talking even about the claim that Muhammad is a prophet of God or all that crap. The idea that the founder of Islam came from Mecca, that seems very unrealistic now. Very unrealistic. Okay, that's an easier claim to make, and I'm more, again, and it's not 100%. It's easier for me to accept. It should be just based on the laws of probability. It's easier for you to accept that narrative, which has been made much longer time than this whole Petra claim, than for somebody to come out and give you the specific city. Okay, that's a very extraordinary claim. Doesn't mean it's not true, but it should take you a lot more. You should be a lot more resistant to accepting it when somebody's becoming that specific. Okay, I do want to tell people, like, a lot of people who are either accepting it full on or dismissing it completely. I do want to suggest that as a skeptic, it's much more fun. I'm not just telling you guys to be skeptical just because it's intellectually honest. It's also a lot more fun because you don't know, and you're just sitting back and you're watching these people having this debate, and the whole enigma part of it. And even if it ends up not being true, okay, the fact that this is a possibility and the fact that serious scholars are having this debate with each other is just so fascinating, right? So you could be emotionally invested in this without picking a side 100%, because a lot of people think like something is interesting, and then as soon as they realize that maybe it's not as true as they thought it was, they would be like, oh my god, that's garbage, I'm gonna throw it away. No, actually, you don't. Even if it's not 100% true, the fact that it's possible, it's already makes it so much fun to deal with. Okay, so remain skeptical. It's very interesting. Enjoy the battles, but don't be, just because you're an ex-Muslim or you hate Islam, don't be. I mean, this would be this would be such an earth-shattering thing, claim, if it's proven to Islam. So you might be biased into believing it faster than you would have been if you were being intellectually honest with yourself, right? So be careful that you're not letting your emotional biases get in the way of your skepticism. So that was my.
Really quickly, Bob was saying, have you heard of the Kalamachi scandal and the ISIS podcast? What's their deal? I don't know what this is, but send me info because it sounds
what? That sounds very interesting.
Bobo,
yes.
Send this to me. You know where to find
it. Oh, Maggie is saying, I have to highlight this. Good response to Matthew. Oh, thank you. And also subscribe to our newsletter, because if we get removed from all these platforms, at least we could reach out to you. And guys, by the way, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you get a free copy. Where's your copy, Susanna? Get it. We're doing promotion. You get a free. It's not even promotion. It's free. Okay, so if you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description, you get a free copy of Why There's No God. Come on, like, I'm handing it out for free. Okay, it's a bestseller on Amazon, and you get it for free. So subscribe to our newsletter, and you get a free copy of Why There's No God sent to you. Link in the description.